So first things first, everyone, let's get the tape off what the customer's put on so we can see what we're left with underneath. Now obviously, as you can see, this bumper has completely dislodged from all its mounts. The bracket under the headlight there, which is by the looks of it broken as well, so we'll sort that. And the wing to bumper bracket as well, which although it looks intact, we're going to replace that anyway because they're like a fiver and it's really not worth risking putting it back together and it not going on right. And then the wheel arch liner as well is dropped. Wheel arch liner, shit shield, whatever you want to call it. There's many names for it in the trade. So yeah, you can see what we're up against. Obviously the first thing to do really is we're going to sort of move that bumper away, get this wing off, make sure nothing underneath is damaged, because if there's any brackets that need moving or changing, we can address that then. So I'll get some tools and we'll get taking it apart. So start off with, guys, let's get the bonnet open on this car. Open. So just to give a bit more of a rundown on the damage now, we've got the bonnet open. As we saw before, the bumper's popped out completely from the wing and the bracket under the headlight, but we've also, we can see it's moved out from this front panel here. So the impact's obviously come in sort of from the side front corner and pushed everything out. Now, usually on Fords, this front panel here is the first thing to buckle or crack or go. So I'm gonna strip some of the plastics off and have a quick look at that just to make sure it hasn't buckled or anything like that. What I suspect is that it's moved slightly, so we're going to have to move it back to be able to get the final alignment where we need it. But we'll get all those bits stripped while we're on video as well, show you how we access that, take the full front bumper off, and then we can see exactly what we're dealing with. So because this side is all broken apart, it's going to be really difficult to kind of give you a good understanding of what fixings are holding the bumper on. So what we're going to do, we're taking this front bumper off anyway, so I'm going to take you around to the other side and show you where the fixings are going to be, just how to undo them. So it's always a good idea to start with the wheel turned away from the direction you want to work in. So what we've got is a ratchet with a Torx 30 and a small extension, because you're going to have a Torx 30 bolt down there, and you're also going to have one just in the liner there. So first thing we'll do is whip those out. As I say, with the other side being sort of blown apart like it is, you're only going to have a few of the fixings to take out. Now, a great idea at this point as well, these little plastic bags that we always use to put the fixings in. I bought 2 out for this job because we're going to be stripping the bumper and the wing, so we want a bag for each so we know exactly where all the fixings go back. So I don't know how much you can see inside the arch. It's not very light in there, but the other fixing is just there. Again, another Torx 30. Right, and now, where there used to be a bolt going through the bumper into wing, nowadays with cost cutting and cost saving in car manufacture, they're using a clip wherever they can get away with not using a bolt. So what you'll actually find is a clip in here. So I've got a selection of trim removers, clip removers rather. This is a snap-on one. This one's actually from TikTok Shop. You'll find that linked in our showcase on our main page. A lot of the stuff we will be using will have come from TikTok Shop in some of these videos actually, so you'll be able to get your hands on some of those bits that we use as well. Right, there is just one clip on the bottom here that I need to pop off. Just give me a bit more flexibility on that arch liner. There we are. So they're just press clips. Right, so now we can move the bumper out and start to get the arch liner disconnected from the bumper so that we can actually get into that clip that's towards the top there. There we go, that's popped away. So there's a plastic clip just in there, and it literally sits, it goes sort of through the bumper into the bracket, so it's there and it'll be put in like upside down. So you'll have to pop the top away with the trim remover and then lever it out. They can be a bit fiddly, take a little bit of patience sometimes. As you can see, you've got to kind of get between the layers of the head of the clip and the body of the clip. So there we go, that can be a bit of a nightmare as well. But that's where it really helps using a clip remover with an angle like this on, because you've got something to lever against. And most often what will happen is the pin will come out, and then you'll just have to go back in and fetch the body of the clip out as well. like so. There we go. And then I always just put the pin back into the clip just to secure it, and then drop it in our bag. Right, now what that means is with that one released, you should be able to gently pull the bumper away from the bracket, and they take a bit of a wiggle. You can see they're quite well in there because I don't want them falling apart. If they don't pop out with ease, what we can do is grab a plastic trim remover and help it on its way with that, because that one's not quite jumping away like it should. So we'll get a plastic trim remover. So this one's also from TikTok Shop, guys. This again is linked in our showcase. So jump over onto the main page. If you need a set like this, you'll be able to grab one. They're brilliant, to be fair. You've got all manner of different profiles, but something like this, we just want something with quite a thin tapered end, and it won't do any damage to the paint on the wing or the bumper, because it mars the tool before it mars the paintwork. So the idea is you need to try and get just on top of where those clips are and kind of lever them down there. So lever those clips and then pull, and that's it. It'll pop out, and you see there's 1, 2 and 3 clips in the way. So I'll try and get a camera underneath now, guys, and show you the fixings underneath, but there's only be a few clips. I suspect most of this are going to be broken. So we'll just go underneath the bumper now, show you these fixings. So it's not the best of light under here, but you'll see they are these push clips. This one's already broken out, as is that one. That's not the best, and the one over on the far side there with the damages is completely gone. So we'll pop these out, and we should be able to get this bumper off. So what we should find now, you can pop the bumper away from the light there we go, it's loose on the bottom. And then what I'll do is move my mat in to catch the bumper, so it's sitting on something soft rather than dropping straight onto the floor, and then we'll just work the bumper off. There we go. They do come off with a bit of a thump, but that's exactly why I put the mat down, just to be able to catch it. So next thing then, we'll unplug the fog lights. Excellent. And you can see the rest of that bracket that should be sitting underneath the headlight in this sort of fashion. As you can see, it's broken off there, and that's where it should be sitting. So again, we will order a new one of those as well, just to make sure that's replaced, because for what they cost, it's not worth messing about with. Right, let's just get rid of that cable tie. Take out the trusty knife, and we'll just chop that out. There we go. Right, that is one bumper removed. Okay, so it opens us up now to there's our fog light wiring, clip to the bracket. Again, you know, we'll be ordering a new one of those brackets, so that'll get sorted. Well, we may end up doing a repair on it. I don't know how that's got there. It's like a piece of bacon. Right, front panel, everything looks intact on the first inspection. Nothing's actually broken. The headlight lugs are fine. The light's not broken, it's just got a little bit of damage there that we're going to flatten polish out. Impact beam is still fine. That's not buckled round. No, same shape as the other side. So yeah, it is by and large mostly cosmetic damage on this, which is, I'm sure that the customer's thrilled about, because obviously you don't want it to be any more serious than what it looks on the face of it. And good news is as well, guys, on the sort of bracket, the 90 degree on the front of this wing here where it bolts into the front panel, it's unaffected largely. The edge of the wing has been taken a little bit, but the actual front panel and mounting point is completely unaffected, so we won't have to do anything in that area. I am going to remove the wing next, so we're going to get that off shortly and get that out the way so we can have a fully open area, and we'll see exactly what we're working with. I'm just going to flip the wheel the other way, and then we'll come back and we'll start stripping the wing, take out the arch liner, and show you where all the bolts for the wing are.